From a liturgy at Holy Redeemer Church, legal practitioners marched to the courtroom of Belize's Chief Justice Kenneth Benjamin. C.J. Benjamin announced the official opening of the Supreme Court Legal Year 2016. According to the Chief Justice, 806 cases were filed on the civil side of the Supreme Court for 2015. Inclusive of pending matters, 854 matters were disposed of. However, one of the most problematic matters that the judiciary has to endure with is low budgetary allocations, because according to C.J. Benjamin, upholding the rule of law does not come cheap.
The task of the Supreme Court continues to be constrained by the quantum of funds allocated to the General Registry, Supreme Court, and Court of Appeal. This has spurred creative approaches for the accomplishing of deserving initiatives. In this regard, as will be highlighted as I progress, the Supreme Court has partnered with external entities to assist in matters of training, physical plant, and current novel developments. Of the national budget for the fiscal year 2015-2016, the allocation to the judiciary was budgeted at $8,910,559. Compared to previous allocations, this represents a percentage reduction to 1.02% from previous years of the national budget, but represents an aggregate increase in dollar amount of $198,155. In the light of the foregoing, it needs to be iterated that the upholding of the rule of law does not come cheap and must never be stultified by inadequacy of funds. So we continue to maximize on the use of budgetary allocation.
Apart from finances, C.J. Benjamin made it quite clear that criminal justice reform is urgently needed.
As of December 31st, 2015, there are 403 persons on remand at the Central Prison. That is an increase over the remand population at the end of 2014. Of that number, 186 are awaiting trial in the Supreme Court, predominantly for the offense of murder. 27 persons have been on remand for over 5 years. Compared to last year, the situation has worsened. There has been no change in the problems afflicting the criminal justice system. The trial process remains plagued by adjournments, reluctant and recalcitrant witnesses, and numerous voir dire hearings. In addition, the number of attorneys practicing at the bar willing to do criminal cases continues to challenge the ability of the court to assign counsel in capital cases.
According to the president of the Bar Association of Belize, Jacqueline Marshallek, the bar will embark in an advocacy training project for attorneys.
We will work in 2016 to improve communication, which was in 2015 regrettably almost non-existent. We are grateful to the Jurist Project for their work in the Court of Appeal. We are pleased that the Bar Association, as a part of this project, was able to provide legal representation to several unrepresented litigants who appeared before the court. In 2016, in partnership, we will work with the Judicial Reform and Institutional Strengthening Project, the Jurist Project, on its plans to improve the operations of the Supreme Court with particular focus on the inferior appeals process. We do certainly look forward to real improvement in the inferior appeals process, and we also look forward to real improvement in the delivery of Supreme Court decisions, which have been outstanding for over 3 months.
The fact is, all fractions of the legal system must work in unison if they want to see some sort of development. That sentiment was echoed by Attorney General Vanessa Wittreach.
Ultimately, the stakeholders all play a part in strengthening the chain of delivery of justice. That chain at all levels of the court system commences at the initiation of proceedings and culminates in the timely delivery of judgments. Every chain is comprised of interlocking links, and when it comes to the delivery of justice, the links must no doubt be recognized as the attorneys who practice at the bar, the court staff tasked with processing claims filed, and the magistrates and justices of the Supreme Court and Court of Appeal, who are duty-bound to ensure the expeditious hearing of matters and the timely delivery of judgments. It is of critical importance, then, that each link that makes up this chain recognizes their importance to the ultimate attainment of justice to persons who access the court, as ultimately we remain only as strong as our weakest link.
Reporting for Love News, Hipólito Novello.